What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Blues Fans TV. We're outside the King Power Stadium. It's Leicester City 0, Chelsea 1. We're through to the semi-finals of the FA Cup. Sammy, maybe not the best performance. I mean, Frank Lampard hasn't been quiet about it in the press conference either. No. What are your thoughts?
We were so bad today. I don't know how Leicester didn't go up 1-0 at the first 10 minutes. They just kept coming. And that's what I expected against City last week than today. But so the thing I love about Frank Lampard, he saw the problem. Half time, he obviously gave them the hairdryer because Chelsea were a much better team the second half, and then we had a problem in midfield. We were just letting Leicester dominate the midfield, and Chelsea do not do what we can do best if we don't have a midfield. And Lampard did that with the subs. He put KOVACIC on to secure the midfield because Mount's a winger, and Gilmour, he's more a creativity player than someone who bosses the midfield, and the subs were bang on perfect today, and that's why we played much better the second half, really. So big up Lampard for this tactical
let's talk about the substitutions, because as Azpilicueta for a start, defence looked completely different with him in the back line.
And sometimes it's not just about the ability, sometimes it's the leadership. Like, Azpilicueta doesn't shut up. You see him, he's always like emotional every game, he's always shouting at someone, and not many of the players can speak English, so he's always like on it, leading the team. So sometimes mentally subs can do something, and that's why Azpilicueta is important. That's why even Willian is important. I know a lot of people don't want him. He was good, and stats-wise, I think he was it Chinos? Willian had the most what?
5 out of 7 ground duels won.
Yeah,
was it
ground duels 9, 7 1.
Yeah, exactly.
Pulisic was like 8 basic. Oh, what?
Don't worry about it. But sometimes, like, remember when Conte dropped Terry?
Yeah.
But he wanted to make sure. Don't worry. Chinos is so funny, man.
Oh God.
But remember when Terry was benched, and sometimes he wasn't even benched, but he was so important to the team. Like, he was leading the team from the stands, and that's what I think William. And I think that's what William's gonna do. Like, is he the longest player? Longest serving player?
Nah, I think it's still Aspi. Yeah, Aspi's been about for a season more.
So William's is still one of the longest. So he's only the few players that play for the badge, and sometimes you need someone there just to care about the team, to tell the youngsters off, and tell people what to do. And he's obviously got a lot of respect in that team, so I think that's why he's there. And even though I don't think he's a great winger anymore, even though he played well today, I just want him there on the bench just to sort that team, because we've seen so many Premier League teams with new teams. Let's say Arsenal, for example, but because there's no legends or older people with experience on that bench or on that first 11, no one cares. Like, look at Ozil, big player. No one cares. No one respects him. Xhaka will shout at him. Like, no one cares. And that's why we need these legends to stay at Chelsea.
Last question before we wrap. Who do you want to see in the semi-finals?
We know that. It's Arsenal, isn't it?
Oh, okay, I thought it would be quicker than that.
Arsenal, we love winding them up on Blues Fans TV. That's what we do best. And Arsenal...
Let's have a little nibble.
And Arsenal just... if we lose against them, I want to look like a dickhead after this fan cam. But I'm always confident against Arsenal. So that's someone I actually want to beat.